The light of the yacht just vanished into the dark.
It wasn't an accident. It was a setup. My own brother just left me here to die.
Just hours ago, I was on top of the world.
The Ascendant was my palace, my success. And Julian was right there, smiling like he always does.
Then the ship just shuddered, and everything went to hell.
Julian was so calm, telling me we had to get off.
I didn't know it was all part of his plan.
The sun was brutal, just cooking me alive. My throat felt like it was filled with sandpaper. Every drop of water was a miracle I had to save. Then I saw it, just a smudge on the horizon. I rode until my muscles felt like they were gonna snap.
Finally hit the sand, alive, but totally on my own.
3 years. It felt like a lifetime. I built this place from nothing but what the ocean gave me. I'm not the same man I was when I got here.
I couldn't believe my eyes. It was bread.
Store-bought bread. Right here on my island. Someone else has been here. Someone is watching me. I found it. A hidden camp, tucked away in the rocks. Sardine cans. Modern ones. And then I saw the mark.
The J. It was Julian. He's been here the whole time.
I found his recorder. He was documenting everything.
He was watching me suffer just to mess with my head. He's coming back for a ledger, and I'm gonna be waiting.
He came back, just like I knew he would.
He thought I was dead, but he was wrong. Now it's time for him to pay for what he did.
Julian, you really thought you could just walk away from this?
It was an accident, Elias. I swear. The storm took everything.
You're lying, and I have the proof right here in my hand.
Give me that, you crazy savage. You're not taking anything from me ever again, Julian. My arm. You broke my arm. Drop your weapons or you're going down with him.
We don't want any trouble, man. Just tell us what to do.
You're gonna take us back to civilization, and you're gonna do it now.
It feels so strange to be back on a boat like this. And I spent 3 years dreaming of this moment. But it doesn't feel like I thought it would. Everything is so clean, it's almost overwhelming.
The city hasn't changed, but I have.
They all thought I was dead, but I'm back to settle the score.
Julian's empire is about to fall apart.
Look at him. He's falling apart. He thought he could just erase me, but he was wrong. Justice is finally being served. I'm not the same man who left. We're changing the way we do business from now on. It's not about the money anymore. It's about the impact.
Sometimes I still hear the waves.
The island taught me more than any boardroom ever could.
I'm still there, in a way.
It was just a bird, but it changed everything. That little piece of bread was the start of my second chance.
I owe my life to a tiny, simple act of kindness.
I lost everything, but I found who I really am. True power isn't about what you own. It's about what you can survive. I'm finally free. I sit here in this office, surrounded by everything I ever wanted. But sometimes I still feel the grit of that island under my fingernails. People look at me differently now. They see the man who came back from the dead, and they're not sure what to make of him. I used to build empires just to see how big they could get. Now I'm building things that might actually last.
The city is loud, but I've learned to find the quiet.
It's always there, if you know how to listen. Sometimes I see a bird and I'm right back there. It's a strange feeling, remembering the place that almost killed you.
They've got that same fire I used to have. I just hope they don't burn themselves out like I did.
Art has a way of capturing things you can't put into words. This reminds me of the Cove, in a way.
I never take a glass of water for granted anymore.
It's the little things that really matter, isn't it? The fire used to be about survival.
Now it's just about keeping warm.
I'm ready for whatever comes next. I've finally found my way back.
Sometimes I still feel the grit of that island under my fingernails.
It's a strange thing, holding this rock while sitting in a room this quiet.
This little machine held the truth that finally brought him down.
Listening to his voice back then, it was like hearing a ghost. I used to think this city was the center of the world. Now it's just a place where I'm trying to do some good.
I'm writing it all down, every bit of it.
Not for the board, not for the lawyers, but for me. The air here is different, but I still remember the heat. I don't think I'll ever truly leave that island behind. We were so young, weren't we?
I wonder if he ever really knew who I was.
I don't need the fancy stuff anymore. There's something about making your own meal that keeps you real. It's quiet, but it's a good kind of quiet.
I'm finally ready for whatever comes next. The day is done, and I'm still here.
I wonder where that little bird is now. I guess some things are just meant to be. The silence in this house is different now.
It's heavy, like it's holding on to everything I've been through.
I look at my hands, and I'm still back there.
Old habits die hard, I guess.
I don't need the fancy stuff anymore.
Just a simple cup of coffee is enough.
The lawyers keep asking for more details.
They want the whole story, every single piece of it.
But some things, they just don't fit on paper. It's a different kind of ocean out there. Millions of people, all just drifting along. I used to be one of them, didn't I? This little thing changed everything.
It's funny how much power can fit in your hand.
Julian thought he was so smart, didn't he?
He really thought he could hide this?
Every single lie, written down in ink. It's all here, plain as day.
I could just burn it all down.
But that's not who I am anymore.
I need to build something that lasts.
There's so much potential out there.
If you know where to look.
I'm going to make sure it counts. This is the start of something new.
No more games, no more lies. Just building something that actually matters.
I'm finally home.
And I'm ready for whatever comes next. It's been a long road, but I made it.
I still see that yacht in my dreams sometimes.
It's a constant reminder of everything he tried to take from me.
The trial's finally over, but the work is just beginning. I'm not the same man who left that harbor 3 years ago.
We're going to focus on projects that actually matter now. No more cutthroat deals, just real, lasting change.
This little piece of bread changed everything for me.
It was the spark that brought me back from the edge.
The company's different now, and so am I.
We're building a legacy that's actually worth something. These kids have some incredible ideas. It's exciting to see what they can do with the right support.
It's funny how you appreciate the little things after you've lost everything. A glass of clean water, a quiet night, it's enough.
I need to get it all down for my own sake. Maybe one day someone else can learn from my mistakes. That guy, he had no idea what was coming.
I am glad I'm not him anymore.
It's been a long road, but I'm finally home. And I'm ready for whatever comes next. I keep looking back at the horizon. That island is still out there, somewhere in the blue. It's weird how a place that almost killed me feels like home.
I still have my notes from those years.
Every sketch reminds me of the struggle.
And this one? This is the bird that changed everything.
The water's changing color now.
We're getting closer to the mainland.
I'm not the same man who left, and I'm definitely not the one who's coming back.
Morning, everyone.
Mind if I join you? It's good to have company again.
So, what's the latest on the reef survey?
That sounds like a massive undertaking.
I'd love to see the data when you're ready. Thorne Global is going to be different this time. No more ruthless expansion at any cost. It's time to build something that actually lasts.
It's been a long time since I've held one of these. So many messages, so much noise.
I think I'll just keep it off for a little while longer.
There it is, the city.
It looks exactly the same, but I'm seeing it for the first time.
Everything's so loud.
Solid ground. It feels good to be back. Now, let's see what's waiting for me.
Nobody even notices me. It's kind of nice to be invisible for a while.
I've got a lot of work to do. The city feels different now. It's like I'm seeing it for the first time.
Everything's so loud, but I'm just watching. This place used to be my entire world.
Now it just looks like a cage.
I'm gonna walk right through those doors. Everything's exactly how I left it.
It's like time just stood still in here.
But I'm not the same man who left.
Look at them, all so busy. They have no clue what's coming.
It's time to take it all back. This little thing is gonna end him. Everything he did, it's all right here. Time to let the world hear it. I think you're all in my seat. Don't worry, I'm not here to stay. I'm just here to settle a debt.
You all trusted the wrong brother.
Listen to this and tell me I'm wrong. The truth is finally coming out. Hear that? That's his own voice.
Ye thought he was so clever, but he forgot one thing.
He left me to die on that island.
He thought I was just a ghost.
But I'm here and I'm taking it back.
It's finally over.
I'm free of him now. Time to start something new. Stepping out into the city air feels like waking up from a long, dark dream. The noise of the streets is overwhelming, but it's a good kind of chaos. For the first time in years, I'm finally in control of my own life.
I need a second to just breathe and let it all sink in.
The city feels different now, like I'm seeing it through new eyes. It's quiet here, and for once, that's exactly what I need. My phone is blowing up with messages from people who thought I was dead. It's wild how much the world keeps spinning when you're gone.
I'm not sure I even want to answer any of these right now.
I look like a ghost of the man I used to be. But these eyes, they've seen things that would break most people. I'm not that guy anymore, and I'm not sure I want to be.
I haven't been here in 3 years, but it feels like yesterday.
Everything is exactly how I left it, just covered in a layer of dust.
It's strange to be back in a place that feels so familiar yet so foreign. It's like walking through a museum of my own life.
So many memories in these walls, most of them from a guy I don't even know anymore. I think it's time to let some of this go. My old notebook, full of plans for a world I don't care about anymore. It's crazy to see how much I used to care about all this stuff. I'm a completely different person now, and that's a good thing. The city looks so different from up here, like a map of all the lives I've touched. I've been through hell and back, but I'm still here. And for the first time, I'm actually looking forward to what comes next. Just a glass of water, but it tastes better than anything I've had in years. It's the little things that you really miss when you're out there on your own. I'm gonna savor every single drop of this. This bed is the most comfortable thing I've ever felt in my life. I'm finally home, and I can finally get some real sleep. Tomorrow is a new day, and I'm ready for it. Waking up in a real bed feels like a dream. My hands still tell the story of the last 3 years. I'm finally home, but the island never really leaves you. The city's moving just as fast as it ever did. I've got a lot of work to do to set things right. But this time, I'm not going to let anyone take it from me. It's funny how much you appreciate a simple meal after starving. Every bite is a reminder of what I survived. I need to keep my strength up for what's coming.
Time to see what's left of the Empire.
I really thought they could just erase me.
They're about to find out how wrong they were.
I've got a few old friends who might still be loyal.
It's time to start pulling some strings.
The game is back on, and this time, I'm the one making the moves.
Everything looks the same, but it feels completely different. I'm like a ghost walking through my own life.
I'm not sure if I can ever really go back to who I was.
It's the little things that change everything.
I wonder if that bird knew what it was doing.
Maybe there's more to this world than just cold, hard logic.
Patience is a virtue I learned the hard way.
I'm not going to rush this. Everything has to be perfect.
We were so young and naive back then.
I really thought I could trust him.
That was my biggest mistake. It's time to get to work.
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
Let's see how they handle the return of Elias Thorne.
Walking back into these halls feels like stepping into a ghost story.
They all thought I was gone for good, but I'm back to settle the score.
The look on his face is exactly what I imagined.
He knows his time is up.
He's still trying to lie his way out of this.
But this little recorder says everything he's been hiding. Listen to his own words. There's no running from the truth now. It's over for him.
I got my company back, but at what cost?
Everything looks the same, but it feels completely different. I'm not the same man who left.
That little bird changed everything.
I wonder if I'll ever find peace after all this.
It's time to build something that actually matters. No more games, just progress. I'm finally free.
The future is mine to write now.
It's a long road ahead, but I'm ready.
I'm finally home. It's strange how quiet the world feels now.
I spent years listening to nothing but the ocean.
These pages hold everything I learned out there. It wasn't just about surviving. It was about finding who I really am. I used to think power was everything. Now I see that the simple things are what really matter. We need to build things that actually help people. Greed only leads to a dead end.
It's amazing what can grow when you give it the right care.
I'm finally planting seeds that will actually last.
This place feels more like home than any mansion ever did.
I've got everything I need right here. That little bird, it really changed my life.
You never know where a bit of hope is going to come from.
I don't even recognize that guy anymore.
I'm glad I'm not him.
Every day is a gift now. I'm ready for whatever comes next.
It's been a long road, but I'm finally here.
And I'm not going anywhere.
I spent years out here. Just me and the silence. Every day was a fight to keep my head above water.
Then this little bird showed up out of nowhere.
It dropped something right at my feet.
It was bread. Fresh, store-bought bread.
I couldn't believe my eyes. It didn't make any sense. I knew someone had been here. I had to find out who and why. It wasn't a shipwreck. This was a camp. Someone had been watching me, waiting.
Then I saw it. A single letter.
Julian. It was him all along.
I found his recorder buried in the sand.
Listening to his voice, it made my blood boil.
He thought I was broken. He was wrong. I started planning. I was going to make him pay.
Then the day finally came.
He showed up thinking he'd won.
He didn't expect to see me.
The look on his face. It was worth everything. You underestimated the will to survive, Julian, and you underestimated the cost of betrayal.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was an accident. And the storm. You were lost at sea.
Accident? You left me bread, Julian.
A cruel joke. You watched me from these very rocks, and you documented every moment of your depravity.
Diddly that.
You can't do this to me.
You don't get to run from this, Julian. You don't get to deny it. Not anymore.
What's going on here? Who is this guy? Gentlemen, you are witnessing a crime. Your employer attempted to murder me, to usurp my company. I have evidence. This recorder contains his confession. I will grant you safe passage if you secure Julian. If you don't, you'll be complicit in attempted murder. My reach extends further than you can imagine.
Take him to the yacht.
We're going home.
It's finally over.
I'm coming back.
The deck feels so strange beneath my feet. It's a world away from the island.
The crew is watching me like I'm a ghost.
Everything is so soft here. I almost forgot what comfort felt like. It's overwhelming, honestly. Clean water. It's a miracle in a glass. I'm never gonna take this for granted again.
Here it goes.
My prison, my home, my teacher. I'm finally leaving it all behind. The world is waking up to the truth. Julian's empire is falling apart.
It's all over for him.
The city looks different from up here. I'm back, but I'm not the same. The island never really leaves you. We have everything we need. Julian won't be able to talk his way out of this. It's time to finish this. It's finally over. He's getting exactly what he deserves. I can finally move on. The air feels different today. I'm ready for whatever comes next. I'm finally free. It all started with a piece of bread, a simple act of kindness. I'm grateful for the second chance. The silence in here is almost louder than the ocean ever was. Looking at this photo, it's hard to remember when things were simple. I lost more than just 3 years out there. They look at me like I'm some kind of ghost. Maybe I am, in a way. But this company needs a steady hand, not a ghost. We're moving away from the old way of doing business. It's not just about the bottom line anymore. It's about leaving something better behind. This is what it's supposed to be about. Seeing them like this, it makes all the struggle worth it. I finally feel like I'm doing something right. The city looks different from up here. It's not a battlefield anymore. It's just home. I wrote these down so I wouldn't lose my mind. Now I read them so I don't lose myself again. The island is still a part of me. It's funny how a little thing can change everything. That bird, it didn't know it was saving a life, but it did. I'm not looking back anymore. The past is just a lesson. The future, that's where I'm going. I'm ready for whatever's next. I've got nothing left to fear. I'm finally free. It's a long road back from the edge, but you can make it. You just have to keep going. I still keep this rock on my desk. It reminds me of where I started and how far I've come. The market doesn't care about your past. It only cares about what you're building today. I used to think success was about the bottom line. Now I see it's about the people you share your life with. Sometimes the best things in life are the simplest. A hot cup of coffee, a quiet moment, and the freedom to just be. These letters are my real legacy. They remind me that even one person can make a difference. We're all connected in ways we don't even realize. Every life has a story, and every story matters. Writing helps me make sense of it all. It's a way to keep my past in perspective and my future in focus. I'm ready for whatever comes next. I've survived the worst, and I'm ready for the best. It's time to move forward. The past is behind me, and the future is mine to create. The journey never really ends.
It just keeps evolving, one day at a time.
Looking out at the city, it's hard to believe how far I've come.
The air feels different here, cleaner, but the memories of the island still cling to me.
I spent 3 years fighting just to breathe, and now I'm finally standing on solid ground.
Everything I needed to prove the truth was right there in that ledger.
It was a heavy burden to carry, but it was the only way to make things right. Now that it's over, I can finally start to let go of the anger.
I still remember the exact moment I found this book buried in the sand. It's strange how a few pages of ink can hold so much pain. Julian thought he was so clever, but he never accounted for the fact that I'd survive.
We were so young back then, and I really thought we were a team. I wonder if he ever truly loved me, or if it was all just a performance.
It doesn't matter now, I guess, but the question still haunts me sometimes.
I look in the mirror, and I don't even recognize the guy I used to be.
The island didn't just change my body. It changed everything about how I see the world.
I'm not the same person who left on that yacht, and I don't think I ever will be again.
I'm focusing on something new now, something that actually matters. Helping these communities feels like the right way to honor the time I spent on that island. It's not about the money anymore. It's about making a real difference.
I used to think power was about control, but I was wrong. True power is about resilience, about knowing what you're capable of when everything is stripped away.
I've learned more in those 3 years than I did in 20 years on Wall Street.
There, that should do it.
It's a small step, but it's a step in the right direction.
I think this is going to help a lot of people.
It's been a long journey, but I'm finally home.
I don't know what the future holds, but I'm not afraid of it anymore.
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
We all have our own islands to survive, don't we?
The question is, what will you do when you finally find your way back?
I hope you find your own path to the light.
Stepping out into the city air feels different now.
The noise of the streets is a strange, welcome change.
I'm finally moving forward, one step at a time.
Everything here feels so polished and smooth.
It's hard to believe I spent 3 years on that rock. I'm still getting used to the comfort.
The city never really sleeps, does it?
It's a different kind of survival out here, but I think I'm ready for it.
The ocean is still out there, waiting.
It doesn't care about us, but I've learned to respect it.
I'm not that man anymore.
Home. It feels strange to say that word again.
I've built a new life, and it's mine.
I'm finally at peace.
Just a simple key, a simple door. It's the little things that matter most now.
I'm grateful for every single one of them.
Clean water. It's a miracle, really. I'll never take this for granted again.
The garden is quiet tonight. Everything is exactly where it should be.
I'm finally home.
It's been a long journey, but I've learned so much along the way. I'm ready for whatever comes next. The light is always there if you're willing to look for it.
And I'm finally ready to see it.
I'm finally home. I spent years fighting for this moment. Looking at these files, it's hard to believe it's finally over.
This piece of wood was my only companion for so long.
It reminds me of who I was and who I had to become.
It's funny how a tiny, simple thing can change your whole life. That bird didn't know it was saving me.
I used to look at these photos and see a stranger.
Now I just see a man who didn't know what was coming.
We were brothers once, but that was a long time ago. It's the little things that keep you sane. I'm finally starting to appreciate them again. There's a lot of work to be got. But for the first time in years, I'm looking forward to it. This is real. This is something I built with my own 2 hands. I've learned that true power isn't in what you own. It's in what you can endure. What would you do if the person you trusted most betrayed you?
Sometimes the truth is the only thing that can set you free.
It's funny how quiet the mornings are now.
I'm finally putting pen to paper to make sense of it all. 3 years of my life gone in a heartbeat. But I'm not going to let him win. Not this time.
That little bird. It was the first sign I wasn't alone.
It felt like a miracle, honestly.
Finding that ledger was the final piece of the puzzle.
He thought he was so clever, hiding it all away.
We were a family once, before the greed took over.
It's hard to look at these faces now.
I'm done looking back at what was lost.
It's time to focus on what I can build now.
There's something about working the earth that keeps you grounded.
It's a simple life, but it's mine.
I've come a long way from that island.
And I'm finally at peace with everything that happened.
It's not about what you lose. It's about what you find along the way. And I found myself. The sun is rising on a new day. And for the first time in a long time, I'm ready for it.
I used to think survival was just about staying alive. But looking back, it was always about something more.
The island is gone, but the man I became there is still here. And he's not going anywhere. I don't need the fancy stuff anymore. I've learned that the simple things are what really matter.
It's funny how much you appreciate a hot meal when you've gone without one for so long.
Every bite is a reminder of what I've fought for.
The world keeps moving, no matter what happens to us.
And now I'm finally ready to move with it.
It's time to get back to work.
But this time, it's going to be different.
I've been through hell and back,
And I'm still standing.
whatever comes next, I'm ready. I've got nothing left to fear. The past is written. Now it's time to write the future.
So, what would you do?
If you were given a second chance at justice.
Looking back at these photos, it's hard to believe how much has changed.
We were so different then, before the greed and the betrayal took hold. Closing the book on the past is the only way to move forward. The legal battles are finally winding down, and I'm ready for what's next.
I still think about that little bird sometimes.
It was such a tiny thing, but it gave me the hope I needed to survive.
This little carving is the only thing I kept from the island.
It reminds me that I'm stronger than I ever thought possible. I'm going to use what I have to make a real difference now. Protecting the environment isn't just a hobby, it's a responsibility.
The island will always be a part of me, but it doesn't own me.
I've learned to live with the memories, not just survive them. It's time to get out there and start this new chapter.
I don't need the suits or the status to know who I am.
The city is loud, but I've learned to find my own rhythm. I'm ready to take on whatever comes next, one step at a time.
It's nice to just sit and watch the world go by for a change.
I've spent so much time fighting, it's good to finally just be. Life is a journey, and I'm just glad I'm still here to walk it.
Whatever happens next, I know I'll be ready.
It's funny how the quiet moments hit different now. I used to think power was everything, but this is real. I keep this little rock in my pocket just to remember. It's a reminder of where I was and how far I've come. Hearing kids laugh like that, it's something I almost forgot.
It's good to be back among the living.
Writing things down helps me keep my head straight. We're going to make sure this foundation actually does some good. Just a simple conversation, but it feels like a victory. I'm just a guy in a park now, and that's just fine.
The city's starting to wake up, and I'm finally part of it again.
It's been a long road, but I'm finally home.
I don't hate him anymore, and that's the biggest win of all.
He's just a ghost now, and I'm the one still standing. Looking up at the stars, I realize how small we all are.
But even small things can make a big difference. I'm finally ready for whatever comes next. It's a new day, and I'm going to make it count. It's not about the destination. It's about the person you become along the way.
and I'm proud of who I am. It's funny how the things that used to matter just don't anymore.
I'm pouring everything I've learned into this new foundation.
The city never really sleeps, does it?
Sometimes I still hear the waves crashing against those black rocks.
You think you've got it all figured out, don't you?
Listen, the real power isn't in the money you make. It's in what you do when everything else is gone.
There's something about getting your hands dirty that just clears the mind.
It's nice to see things grow for a change. That guy on the cover? He's a ghost. I'm not interested in the headlines anymore.
It's quiet tonight.
I think I've finally found the peace I was looking for.
You were my crucible.
And I'm grateful for every single day I spent there. It's a big world out there. And for the first time, I feel like I'm finally a part of it.
Whatever comes next, I'm ready. I've got nothing left to prove to anyone but myself.
This is just the beginning, and I am exactly where I'm supposed to be.
I still look at that photo sometimes.
It reminds me of where I started to find the truth. I kept a journal of everything I learned. It's funny how much you realize when you're truly alone.
Back then, I was just trying to survive the next hour.
I didn't know that the island was actually teaching me how to live.
Julian made his choices, and I made mine. In the end, the truth always finds a way to come out.
I'm not the same man I was before. And honestly, I'm glad for that.
This foundation is going to help a lot of people.
It's the least I can do.
I finally feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
It's a strange feeling, but a good one. There's still so much to do.
And I'm ready for it.
Time to call it a night.
Tomorrow is a new beginning. What would you do if you were given a second chance?
I know what I did.
The comforts of the yacht felt totally alien to me. I had everything I needed, but it just didn't feel right anymore. The news of my return hit the city like a bomb. Julian's whole world started falling apart right in front of everyone. The trial was a total circus, but the evidence was undeniable.
Julian's empire crumbled, and he finally had to face the music.
I took back the company, but I wasn't the same guy anymore. I started focusing on things that actually make a difference.
I'm back, but a part of me is still out there on that island.
Those 3 years taught me more than a lifetime of business ever could. I still think about that little bird that dropped the bread. It was such a small thing, but it changed everything for me. I lost a lot, but I found out who I really am. Real power isn't about money. It's about how much you can take and keep going. If I can make it through that, anyone can make it through anything. There's always a way back, even when it feels like the end. I'm finally at peace with everything that happened. It's been a long road, but I'm finally home. So, what would you do if you were in my shoes? Would you fight back? Or would you just let it go? Sitting here in this quiet office, the silence feels heavy. It's a strange contrast to the island's constant rhythmic roar.
I used to think power was all about the bottom line.
Now I know it's really about owning your own story. The city keeps moving, just like it always did.
But I'm not the same person who left it behind.
Walking through these halls, it feels like a different lifetime. They look at me like I'm a ghost, and maybe I am. Everything changes, eventually. Sometimes you have to tear it all down to build something real. I see that same fire in them that I used to have. But I'm gonna make sure they don't burn out like I did. The water looks so different here than it did out there. But it's all the same ocean, isn't it? I don't need all the extra stuff anymore. Just enough to get by and a little peace of mind. I look in the mirror and I don't see the old me. I see someone who's been through hell and came out the other side. The future is wide open, and for the first time, I'm not afraid. I'm ready for whatever comes next.
I'm going back to the island one last time.
Not to stay, but to finally close that chapter for good.
Everything I need fits in this bag. It's funny how little you actually need to survive.
The world keeps moving, even when you're gone. I'm ready to face whatever's waiting for me out there.
Looking down at the ocean, it's hard to believe I was ever down there.
It feels like a lifetime ago.
Almost there.
The island hasn't changed a bit.
It's exactly how I remember it. The silence is still the same.
I'm back.
It feels like I never left. This was my home for 3 years. I owe everything I am now to this place. It's finally over. I can finally let go. Goodbye, old friend.
I'm ready for what's next.
I'm finally leaving this place behind. It's been a long road to get here. Everything I needed to survive was right here. But I'm done with survival now.
It's funny how a tiny thing can change your whole life.
That little bird gave me back my hope.
Ready to go?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Goodbye, you old rock. You taught me more than I ever learned in the sea.
The world is waiting for me, and I'm finally ready to face it.
This little stone saw me through the worst of it.
It's a good reminder of what I'm capable of.
I don't know exactly what's next, but I know I can handle whatever comes my way. It's a beautiful night.
For the first time in years, I'm finally at peace.
Here we go. Time to start the next chapter.